Today's program is brought to you by OTCStockShark.com. For the latest and greatest OTC and Pink Sheets information, sign up for your account at OTCStockShark.com. Thank you for tuning in to TBC Today. I'm Brandon Vincent.
And I'm Angelina Soriano.
In today's financial news, stocks succumbed to a late day sell-off as weak housing data and a slide in energy stocks drove the broader market lower. The Dow Jones Industrial Average fell for a second day in a row, off 148 points or 1.4%, hurt by a 2.3% decline in Chevron and a 1.9% decline in ExxonMobil. The decline was the Dow's biggest in both point and percentage terms in more than 2 weeks. For the year to date, the blue chip measure is down 1.3%, but it is up 4.9% from its closing low for the year. The S&P 500 stock index dropped below the 1100 level, seen as a key support level, closing down 1.6% at 1095. This was all the more disappointing because investors had entered the week hopeful that buyers would be given renewed confidence from China's loosened currency policy as positive comments on the global economy. But the day started with a worrisome news of Europe, with attention turning again to the health of the region's banks. The weak data on existing housing sales helped the growing view that the U.S. economy is again beginning to sputter.
In U.S. news, several of the nation's biggest cities saw populations grow faster last year than in any year in the 2000s, as the recession and housing bust kept people from moving out of state or to the suburbs, the Census Bureau reported. The city of Chicago saw its population increase 0.8% between July 2008 and July 2009, the fastest pace of the decade. Denver, Seattle, and Dallas also posted their highest annual growth rates of the decade over the period. Of the 35 U.S. cities with more than 500,000 people, 19 grew faster last year than the year before. New York City, the nation's largest city with about 8.4 million people, continued to grow steadily. The city's population expanded 0.5% in 2009 compared with 4.4% a year earlier, but down from 0.7% in 2007.
In today's tech news, Alan Turing, who will go on to become one of the 20th century's greatest mathematicians, computer scientists, and philosophers, is truly an amazing individual. Turing is probably best known as the inventor of the Turing test, a way of measuring a computer's ability to simulate intelligent human conversation. But he's more significant as one of the most influential computer science pioneers of the 20th century, the man who invented and formally described the concept of a universal computing device, known as the Turing machine. He is also a genuinely interesting figure, an eccentric who likes to bicycle while wearing a gas mask and who occasionally wore pajama tops underneath his suit jackets. He was elected as a Fellow of King's College in Cambridge University just 4 years after enrolling at Harvard at 19 and becoming a faculty member in the mathematics department at 23. This gives you an idea of exactly how sharp he is. A nearly Olympic-class marathon runner, Turing's best time was 2 hours, 46 minutes, and 3 seconds. Yet he was bookish, a very solitary individual in his study habits. Intellectually, Turing's work defies easy labeling. He was influenced by Bertrand Russell and the circle of progressive intellectuals around John Maynard Keynes at Cambridge. His earliest work was mathematical, extending Kurt Gödel's proofs that any mathematical system must necessarily be incomplete. But in solving that problem, Turing invented the notion of a universal machine, a now fundamental concept in computer science. A Turing machine is a device with an infinitely long tape, which it can use to write, read, or alter arbitrary symbols, starting with a basic set of operations. Even the simplest Turing machine can be used to compute anything that is computable.
In entertainment news, an attorney for World Wrestling Entertainment says a lawsuit filed by the widow of a performer who died in a 1999 accident is a political stunt, as the former CEO runs for U.S. Senate. The lawsuit was filed in federal court in Hartford, Connecticut by Martha Hart, the widow of performer Owen Hart. It accuses the WWE former CEO Linda McMahon and husband Vince McMahon of illegally using Owen Hart's image in videos and promotional materials over her objections. Jerry McDivitt is an attorney for the Stanford-based WWE. He says the lawsuit and an accompanying news conference are the first time the company has heard from her since she settled with them in 2000. He says the WWE has the right to use its own copyrighted material. Linda McMahon is running for Senate on the Republican ticket.
Ever wish you had sonic hearing? Well, now you can with the amazing Silver Sonic XL from Bell & Howell. It's lightweight and small, just like a cell phone ear adapter. The flexible ear mount easily adjusts to fit all ear shapes and sizes, and the molded ear tip lets it fit you comfortably. Best of all, it looks like a cell phone ear adapter. The Silver Sonic XL amplifies sounds up to 50 decibels, so you can easily keep track of your kids at play. And it picks up sounds from more than 30 yards away, so no one will know you have sonic hearing.
Her body is amazing. I wish I could look like that.
The Bell & Howell Silver Sonic XL is yours for only $19.95. But wait, when you call, ask about our deluxe model upgrade that's fully rechargeable and comes with its own charger. Get Silver Sonic XL now and start hearing things you've never heard before. Call now.
To order your Silver Sonic XL, call 1-800-230-7100 or send $19.95 plus shipping to the address on your screen. But for quicker service, call 1-800-230-7100.
In health news, the Illinois Department of Health is investigating a salmonella outbreak that has resulted in almost 100 confirmed cases of illnesses in people who ate at Subway sandwich restaurants in the state. The uncommon strain of salmonella, which sent 26 people to hospitals but caused no deaths, has been linked to 47 Subway restaurants in central Illinois. The source of infection has not yet been identified, and Subway, one of the largest U.S. restaurant chains, voluntarily withdrew some items including onions, green peppers, tomatoes, and lettuce from its restaurants as a precaution. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention estimates that 76 million people in the United States get sick every year from foodborne illnesses, and 5,000 people die from them.
In today's Green News, Sony Ericsson is adding on to their Greenheart line of greenish cell phones with a new release, the Cedar. Just 2 years ago, the Greenheart line held only a concept phone, but now it is several models strong as Sony Ericsson focuses on designing cell phones with even smaller carbon footprints. The Cedar features business practicality with social networking tools necessary for any smartphone these days, and it has a few nice green features that you can appreciate. Green cell phones are a bit of a conundrum. How eco-friendly can a device be if it is replaced every 18 months with a new version? We tend to get more excited about people who keep their phones than those who upgrade to the latest and greenest green model, yet also want to encourage companies to only produce items that are easy on the environment and embrace cradle-to-cradle design, especially in the highly toxic and environmentally damaging electronics industry. So head nod to Sony Ericsson for continuing on a path to design and produce cell phones with smaller footprints. The Cedar lines up with the Greenheart commitment, which means it utilizes recycled plastics, uses an energy-efficient charger, stores its manual online rather than in print, and minimizes packaging. Here are the specifics for what makes a phone model qualify as a Greenheart phone. The standards are not much, but we would like to see more strict requirements, including a lifespan of 5 to 10 years, upgradability or easy repair information so the user can keep it running themselves. The Cedar will hit stores next quarter, but if it's going to be sold in San Francisco, though, it will need to also highlight its radiation level.
In travel news, to celebrate 39 years in the business, Southwest Airlines is offering one-way fares as low as $39 for travel any day except Fridays and Sundays from September 8th through November 17th. Tickets must be purchased online. This is how it works. The $39 fare applies to flights up to 450 miles from your point of origin, $79 for 451 to 1,000 miles, and $119 for anything over 1,000 miles. In real terms, from Boston, that means you can score $39 tickets to Baltimore or Philadelphia. $79 can get you to Chicago, Cleveland, Detroit, Columbus, or Louisville. $119 takes you to Austin, Dallas, or Orlando, and elsewhere. These deals apply to single flights. There are some destinations you can get from Boston that may require taking connecting flights, which is to say more than one. Still, if you're headed to a destination to which Southwest offers direct service, this could be for you.
Thank you for tuning in to TBC Today. I'm Brandon Vincent.
And I'm Angelina Soriano.